Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, B Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab. Where I do what I do for you. And I'm in the book. Today we're going to talk about me or who I'm trying to be. See right here, it says Sebai, Dr. Muata Ashby. We're going to talk about the concept of a Sebai, aka Master Teacher, or I prefer Sage. Let's go. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question: do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. So you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my yacht be true. All right. Right thinkers, P from philosophy on the Sebai of ancient Egypt, the concept of a Sebai. That's who I learned from. This is his books. I'm not writing no books. Please, no. I gotta write one. I gotta do one. But it's gonna be about my life. Something that's autobiography. But the title gonna be Men Make Men. I got the proof. Another lesson coming up. All right, but watch this. Let's talk about the term survive. It means an illuminer, somebody who helps you illuminate from the inside, meaning give you knowledge of self that makes you shine from the inside. Illumina are what? The mysteries, the secrets that I'm bestowing on you that you can practice and manifest for yourself. It's only a secret and a mystery to those who don't know. Okay? So they say the highest company you can keep is with a sage, pastor, saint, okay, Sebai. Again, an educator, a teacher. I profess to be a master teacher. So if you're in my presence, I'm going to give you master instructions for yourself. That's what I do. Okay, I call it tutoring, mentoring, whatever it is. When I was in Masonic order, we call it apprenticeship. That means you come here to just learn. You ain't got nothing. You don't. You just come to learn. So when you come in here, empty your cup, and I fill it up for you with knowledge of self. All right, understand that. That's my goal. That's what I do. And the title Sabai tells me that's what I'm doing. And in ancient Egypt, your priests and the priestess, again, male and female, okay, they were revered as enlightened counselors. They were people of knowledge, spiritual leaders, aka sages. When I was in my Masonic order, I was the dean of instruction for 15 years. When it came down to rituals, I was the man. I did everything except the final degree, the ecclesiastic order. I had a brother who knew it word for word. I read mine from the book. I said, man, I ain't gonna shame you my game. No, I ain't trying to memorize all this nonsense. You talking about 5, 6 pages of information. This brother had it down to the T. So I would call him and say, yo, mama, I need you. I need you. So I would take my hat off and let him run it. But up until then, I love ritual. Why? It's emphasizing concept that you need to understand. So I was big on that. So again, a teacher. I've always been teaching. Okay? All right. But they was considered enlightened spiritual leaders who what? You ready for this? Is this not what I tell you every day? They lead the initiates, you, the right thinkers, aspirants, they lead you to meet the divine. within yourself. My goal is to get you to have your one-on-one with your higher self by giving you the information you needed to make that happen for you. Those are the disciplines that I teach. Those are philosophies that I live by. So there are few cases where was even canonized. What you mean? They was considered as gods and goddesses. They raised them to a level of godliness. Like I did my parents. I made my mom, my dad, my God and goddess a long time ago without even having a concept about this. That was just me. Why? They fit the bill. They created me. What? They got together, created me in their image. I look like my mom and my dad. I got a little bit of both. That's how it's supposed to be. So who else I'm supposed to look like? So my thing again is, when you could take a human and then got so good as a human being that you get him God status, that's how we should keep our parents on that pedestal, realizing without them ain't no us. So disrespecting your parent, I got a problem with that. And as a parent, I'm not going to allow it to be disrespected by my child. I brought you in the world. I take you out. Yeah, come on. I've come from the old school. I ain't biting my tongue. I ain't giving them. I ain't got time for that nonsense what y'all say. I mean what I say. Moving on. But again, they was canonized, meaning raised to a god and goddess status, and such as one of my favorite teachers. And this is the reason why I carry a book everywhere I go. Brother Imhotep. Google him. I ain't got time to give you, but he was the first, not genius. He was a multi-genius. The first doctor, the first architect, he had numerous things that he was the first and the best at. So again, we can learn about the people who did things that we can admire, respect, and pattern ourselves, emulate them. But Imhotep is one such example of a human being who elevated his status to godliness amongst his people. He was raised up by the people who he took care of. Okay. However, in their capacity, they were charged with becoming what? One with the divinities, doing rituals. I'm big on rituals. I know, I understand the ritual, and I went through enough of them to listen. I got that thing down pat. Okay, but in order to bring forth, you have to understand to get you the deities, divinities, doing the ritual, take it to heart, and in order to bring forth the glory of that divinity in you, thus in the Commission spirituality, there is more focus on, watch this. This is the I got to get this one in. It was more focused on the divinity that we're talking about, opposed to the personality or the preceptor who giving us the information concerns reverence in the form of an incarnated divinity. We are God in the presence, supposedly. But if you go into church, Christians, when my man T.D. Jakes, part of the house, everybody come every week, see T.D. Jakes, come get the word, yeah. But he's a man of God, yeah. When he fell, the church was empty. So that tells me y'all wasn't coming to church for church. Y'all was coming for T.D. Jakes. When you put faith in the man, he's going to let you down. Trust me. My old man ain't no different than no other man. He let me down on many occasions. So I got used to that. I got past that. So if you I took stock out of him. Why? I put it myself. I can do better myself. Why? Because you ain't going to do right by me. So I bet myself and be in control. So when you give up your allegiance to a man, be prepared to be disappointed. Now, nobody goes to church, the potter's field, part of the house, whatever it is. Why? Why not? If y'all going for the word, no, y'all going for TD Jakes. They just tell you, don't worship the messenger. Okay, get the message. Don't get caught up with the messenger. Never mind me. Get the message I'm trying to give you. That's the name of that game. And again, that form of reverence and devotion was reserved for who? At that time, the pharaohs. He was God incarnated. We had the concept of God in the flesh a long time ago. But we had to show God respect and reverence by what? Good deeds, living right. That's where everybody in ancient times fell on the same accord. They was trying to impress their own higher self. They wasn't in competition with nobody. We are the rat race. I got to be better than Joe. Joe got a bigger car. I got to get a bigger house. I got more money. That's what they program us to be. And unless we wake up and realize that, we're going to get on that hamster wheel and we're going to run it like everybody else. Okay, and think we better than everybody else. That's ego right there. If you're being ran by your ego, moving on. But the priests and priestesses were considered facilitators and enlightening gods to the mysteries. As enlightened personalities, they were held as spiritual leaders and directors of society. When I was coming up, we had activists, community activists, that one person who was trying to do the right thing. And when everybody get behind him and, push him and advocate, yeah, we had that in the neighborhood. That's where it started. We don't have that no more. We don't have them no more. We don't have somebody speaking for the community. I'm asking, where's the black leader? Nobody wants that job. No, why? You know what come with that job? You couldn't give me that job. No, I don't want. My brother told me, yo, man, in order for you to go next level, my man, let me say this to you clearly. I ain't next level ambitions. No, I'm comfortable where I'm at. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Why you think it ain't changed? This is what I do, and this is how it's going to be. Win, lose, or draw, it don't make a difference. I'm not here to try to impress nobody. I'm here to do what I do for you. And when that no longer is relevant, I walk away and just still do what I do for me. Don't make a difference. So I'm not beat for, I'm going to get rich and famous. Just want to help my people. That's it. Moving on. And he telling me, you should have them pay. You should have them pay to subscribe. No. You get your channel and you have them pay to subscribe to see if they're going to come and tune in and see if you got to say. I don't do it that way. I got knowledge if knowledge is money, I'm rich. So I'm giving it away. What? That's what people do when you got a bunch of money. Help somebody who need it. I'm just giving what information to somebody who need it. So same concept, just different thing. Y'all don't want this because it ain't material. But trust me, knowledge of self works in the end. What you mean? At Judgment Day. Let me wrap this up for you again. I appreciate you tuning in. This is going to be quick, but this is going to be a double lesson. I will make it one now. Keep on about teaching. I'm a teacher. I'm a sage. I'm a master teacher. I'm trying to give life information for those who want to better themselves. That's it. I ain't in competition. I'm not worrying about how many people he got, how many views he got. Nope. I just do what I do for you. You are my competition. I'm competing every day to get you what information that'll help you get your where you want to go in life. Be your best self. That's all. Let me wrap it up. The kind of reverence towards the priests, the priestess, the sage that they had developed in India was unknown in ancient Egypt. Excuse me. The kind of reverence toward priests and priestesses that had developed in India was unknown in ancient Egypt. We didn't worship the teacher. We worshiped the lesson. We took the lesson. Okay, understand that. We deified. I said, had her temple of wisdom. We in the temple of Edfu. This is Haru's temple. That's what I'm taking, excuse me. But that's the next lesson. But this is the teacher's perspective of having somebody who knows what they're talking about. You have to learn it from somebody who knows. If I'm looking for information that I don't have, I'm going to Google it or go to somebody who I know has the information and get it. When I want to know something about the Bible, I'm calling my dude. Simple. So watch this. In Egypt, it wasn't about the teacher. Rather, the mysteries that were taught were kept closely amongst what? Only initiates. Masonic order. I'm not giving away no secrets to my craft. Excuse me. They felt the same way about the lessons in Egypt. That's how. And see, knowledge wasn't come out right now today. Knowledge was big business. Okay, knowledge was a big whoop to do for the people in ancient times. Why? They can manipulate knowledge. They can work and get things they needed. Now we think money is the end all be all. So without they was closely kept amongst the initiates within the temple, system. And the public, what's this? They only dealt with the public, were allowed to participate only on the holidays and the festival times, during the traditions. And then they have public festivals in which they will allow them to come into the temple, in the front part of the temple, and hang out. But if you ain't going to be learning what we teach you can't come in. You just can't walk in the synagogue. You just can't walk in the mosque. No. Again, that's how it should be. You don't know what their intention is. If your intentions are here to come and learn and be, we don't want you here. Simple as that. If your intentions ain't good, stay out. The teachings was disseminated within the temple system and it was God. And the teachings were the primary focus, and all was about God and not the spiritual preceptor, meaning the teacher. Don't fall in love with me, please. It ain't about me. It's about the lesson that I'm bringing and giving to you. They tell you that. That's what they tell you. Don't get in love. Okay, well, I can't say that because why? My preacher, if he ain't preaching, I ain't going. I told him, I said, my man, don't have me come here and somebody else up in the pulpit. Let me make that decision for myself. I got an hour ride, and I take that serious. Okay, that's my time coming and going. I'm getting myself ready. I get my message, come home, I reflect on it, meditate about it, and I'm good. I got a lesson. That's learning. That's what I go there for. And I get my spiritual dose of love. When people just ingratiate you, that's love. But you can't get it nowhere else than I found out it's the church. So that's why I fellowship with Christian common people who just good people practicing the Christian faith. I ain't got a problem with them. But what I get from them, I try to give back. The spiritual, honest love. I go there in earnest. I go there to show love. Okay. And it was God, through all the teachers, and the primary focus was never on the teacher. Okay. It was perhaps in their wisdom that even all the Kemetic priests and priestesses sought to avoid that situation which has developed in now what modern India. They fall in love with the teacher. Okay, I know women who go to church now, they fall in love with the preacher. They had a little, yeah, of course, and most preachers, got a first lady, so you really can't. But now, my dude is free. So women just be just swooning, and I'll be laughing. It's okay to deal with a God-fearing man. Why? He ain't gonna play you. He ain't gonna be using hand up on your dress and all that nonsense. I know he ain't about that. So they respect him more when he don't react with that nonsense. Okay. And in India, my dude, Sadhguru, love him. I love that guy. Okay. So yeah, I love the lessons that he gives. That's how when he talk, I'm listening. Whatever he say is profound to me. Why? I just pay attention to it. He just know what he know. That's a good teacher. That's the kind of person you want to respect, emulate, and follow. He got over 11 million, not subscribers, volunteers. So let that seep in. All right. But, okay, they follow him. But when you got the right leader, it's okay to get behind. Okay. But what happened? Every time he get a good one, he don't last long. But Saudi is smart, okay? He ain't doing that all, no. He's just a free, easy going dude, taking care of the people. I love people like that. But the teachings are so proliferated that there are many now, again, when we get to this is the people I got a problem with. G.D. Jakes, okay? You got many, charlatans. You got many throughout the country, around the world, conning the ignorant common folk. Don't tell me you God-fearing, you got this, and you just fleecing the people for their damn money. You perverted secret things that you do on everybody else's dime. When they were saying about you, I live for God. I didn't know, man. No, you hear me at home, though. So now, where you at? If they was wrong and you was right, you still be here. When you do wrong in the dark, when it brought to light, that's just called shame. Okay, just shame and embarrassment. And when you're the one who did it, who can you blame for that shame? Yeah, you got to wear it like a badge. But you took all the praise. You love that. You sucked that all up. Now, how you doing now, Didi? And for all y'all fakers, this is for y'all. Y'all charlatans. We know about y'all. Y'all fake pastors who you drive a big fancy car, nice wear clothes, doing your thing, satisfying yourself. Ain't helping nobody. Preaching the word of gospel, but you ain't living it. My pastor, the guy I follow, man, that brother is right on point. I respect that. Even if I don't agree with it, I got to respect that he's doing it and it's working for him and he got people following him who he's helping in their life. I tell him all the time, I respect that, dog. And he respect what I do, so we ain't got a problem. He's Oscar. I'm Oscar. He's Felix. We God's odd couple. We get you to God. We just use different techniques. Hope you enjoyed the lesson right there, because this is the concept of a Sebai. A sage, a saint, a pastor. When it's done right, it's good to follow somebody who's going to lead you in the right direction. You'll get where you want to go, and you can let that guy go. Why? You don't need him no more. When I get you to self-mastery, you don't need me. I got some new, my thing is new. Everybody asks me, well, man, you've been in the Blue House all this time. I never left the Blue House. I went to the other houses, go and check them out. I'm good here. Why? That's all, I ain't big on that. Okay, y'all playing the mind game. I ain't got time for that. I stick to the basics. That's why with the basics, you're good to go. My grandmother always told me I got a sixth grade education, but you can't fool me. Meaning she got common sense in the real world. Okay, and the education system ain't that all it's cracked up to be. Trust me. I'm giving you what I call life lessons that you can emulate, use, and better yourself with. Not a bunch of glory stories. I mean, he telling a bunch of damn war stories. Just telling the truth. Giving you the way I think it should be. If you enjoy what I do, I'm here every day doing it for you. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I'm never my right thinkers now who understand the concept of the Sebai, aka Sage, has passed away. I'll be right back. You know the deal.